got finished chewing.
Okay. I'm going to be arguing in favor of Kant's theory, the prohibition on lying, which starts at the bottom of 122, 9.3. And she's going to be disputing that. So let's get into it. So in the case of the inquiring murderer, Kant would say that it is not the case that you should lie in order to save your friend. And I believe in that. Because he says that it breaks from the categorical imperative, it's morally objectionable, and I agree with that. What do you think?
Why do you agree with that?
Well, because he states that in the case of the inquiring murderer, by lying, what you're saying is, through Kantian theory, that it would be acceptable for everybody to tell lies. And as we know, in a society where we assume that everyone's telling the truth, that can't exist. You can't have communication if everyone's lying all the time. So he would say that you shouldn't do that. Even if you're lying in sacrifice or in saving your friend, it's wrong because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know the outcome. And, whether or not your friend lives or dies by virtue of you telling the truth or lying, lying would still be the wrong choice.
I disagree, because there's many circumstances where lying could save your friend. Where if somebody came up to your door and asked where your friend was and he had an axe in his hand and your friend already told you he was going to kill him, lying to that guy could inevitably save your friend. And if you told him that he was in your house, he would just go kill him. There's a possibility for him to live, you know what I mean?
Yes, certainly there's a possibility for him to live, but you don't have to outwardly say that where he is. By telling the truth,
but that's a
we don't
lie.
No, by telling the truth, in a sense maybe, but when he says telling the truth, you don't necessarily have to say it forthright. The example he gives is that you can tell the truth by saying that you don't know where he is, and maybe you don't, and that would still qualify as the truth. He says that you shouldn't lie and that you should not misgive information explicitly.
You should go around the truth.
That's his explanation out of it.
That's stupid.
Well, no.
Because you're lying. Because you know that he's in your house,
But no, if he says, where is he in your house? You don't necessarily have to say, if the question is explicitly, is he in your house? Then that's a little trickier. But the example that he gives, and one of the other arguments for this, and listen, one of the other arguments not given by Kant is, I can't remember the guy's name, but he states that God won't allow moral conundrums like that to exist because, finding your way out of them without going against morality would be impossible. So he says that kind of situation would not present itself in reality.
But who defines what's moral and what's not? Why does this Kant guy get to decide?
Well, there's a lot of different theories, but Kantian theory would state that that what you have to do is follow the categorical imperative, and that all moral considerations are absolute. And yeah, I agree with that.
You agree that all moral? I don't agree with that.
Why? So in the case of the inquiring murderer, you don't think it's the case that if you know what's going to happen when you tell a lie. You know what's going to happen after that. You know the future.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, who's this guy to say that what's right and what's not?
Well, who's anyone to say what's right or what's...
Exactly.
That's what we're trying to figure out here.
Morality is just